What's up, guys? Jason back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for some Friday Night Smackdown and stuff, and later tonight will be a 8 Rampage, which will be uploaded very late tonight. So let's get to it then with Friday Night Smackdown first. We see rival shots for LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Jake Cargill as we first shot inside Madison Square Garden, where packed house is ready from the start. This week's show, Gray introduced a video package looking at what went last week with the Bloodline. So Sikoa telling Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns isn't coming back is shown, as is the violent debut of Jacob Fatu after the package wraps up. A video shown arriving as Heyman is standing waiting Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa emerge as Heyman asks where Jacob Fatu is. Fans in the background are loudly chanting, "We want Roman." Sikoa walks right past Heyman without answering, and in our single camera Goodfellas kitchen scene shot of the evening, we follow Sikoa as he leads the bloodline straight through to gorilla position and ultimately out to the entrance area towards the ring. They stop when Heyman points out Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens arriving and marching straight out towards the ring. As well, all 6 men square off, and Gray's Wade Barrett talk on commentary about how they're picking up right where last week's SmackDown left off. Fans go nuts at all 6 guys powder out to separate areas for a wild brawl to start the show. As the fight splinters out through the crowd, Owens lays one of the Bloodline guys out on a table and climbs up to a balcony. He hits a wild balcony dive to put his position through the table. Security led by SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis rushes to the scene to restore order as we head to our first commercial break of the evening. Alright, when we return, security is surrounding the ring where Nick Aldis is talking to Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens, who are still in the ring. The Bloodline don't seem to be around any longer. Aldis asks them to leave so they can start the show. Cody says this is the best part of the show, bring them down. A security guard goes on to try and force them to leave, but gets taken out by an RKO from Randy Orton. Other security guards hit the ring, but Cody and Owens help take them out one by one as well. Owens hits a stunner and Orton and an RKO and Rhodes across Rhodes on the last few as the crowd goes wild and Aldis storms to the back. Each guy then takes a turn sending a message to the Bloodline vowing to put them down once and for all in their scheduled 6-man tag team match at the upcoming WWE Money in the Bank 2024 Premium Live event next weekend at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto or Ontario, Canada. Cody also mentions how he should be defending his title against someone tonight, but instead he's fighting a battle against the Bloodline that he thought he already finished at WrestleMania 40. Aldis returns with armed police officers, all with the hand on their sidearms, as they head to the ring, looking more than ready to do whatever necessary to get these 3 out of the ring. Cody wraps up the mic, his music hits, and the 3 eventually leave. Alright, first match coming up, the Women's Money in the Bank qualifier match. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton versus Candice LeRae. Graves and Barrett mentioned our first of 3 advertised Money in the Bank qualifying matches scheduled for tonight coming up. As our first battle of the evening, the official graphic Jade Cargill, you already said it already, flashes on the screen with the Up Next logo as we shift gears into another commercial break. When we return, we see exclusive footage from the break of Cody, Randy, and Kevin heading to the back, and then being followed by Aldis, who gets stopped for an interview by Kayla Braxton, even though it's her last night in WWE. He says things are too busy right now for him to talk. Yeah, tonight's the last time we'll see Kayla Braxton. Man. Back inside the arena, the Candice LeRae and Tiffany Stratton each make their respective ring walks, and then Jade Cargill gets the big elaborate entrance. The bell sounds, and we see LeRae and Stratton join forces to get the early jump on Cargill. Cargill avoids a double suplex and takes both out with a double clothesline. Cargill military presses one onto the other on the floor from the ring. After that, we see Nia Jax hit the scene and begin walking to the ring. Bianca Belair runs out behind her, and the two begin jawing at each other as we shoot gears into a mid-match break, commercial break. As the action continues, we return and see the two still at ringside. The match spills out to the floor where Nia Jax nearly gets involved, but Baylor runs over and stops her as the referee is dealing with this. Indy Hartwell appears out of nowhere behind Cargo and runs her face first into the ring post back in the ring. Stratton hits the prettiest moonsault ever for the win to qualify for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Stratton and Jax celebrate afterwards. So winner qualifying for Women's Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. Alright, backstage, Naomi is shown stretching when WWE Women's Champion Bayley approaches her. They talk about Stratton and Jax being annoying. They agree that Naomi will win tonight's qualifier in the Money in the Bank. But Naomi points out when she does, she'll have to cash in on Bayley eventually. But Blair Davenport comes in and tells Naomi she isn't even going to win tonight. Alright, I have Nick Aldis backstage also. We head to another commercial break. When we return, Nick Aldis talks to the Street Profits and B-Fab. They want the bloodline tonight. He says maybe next week. Pretty Deadly returns and pitch Pretty Deadly the musical to the Smackdown GM. B-Fab criticized the Backstreet Boys for interrupting them. The Street Profits suggest a match against Pretty Deadly. Aldis likes that idea. Alright, second match is Men's Money in the Bank qualifier. Logan Paul versus LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. The aggressive match flow of the VO looks at the events that went down last week between Logan Paul, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, which set up their triple threat match, triple Money in the Bank qualifier scheduled for tonight. After it wraps up, Santos Escobar makes his way out, accompanied by Leo Del Fantasma. Alright, after he sells in the ring, his music dies down. The familiar sounds of LA Knight theme hits. The megastar emerges and heads to the ring to a big pop from the MSG crowd. Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks is shown in front row in the crowd to a big pop from his hometown crowd. As Knight sells in the ring, we shift gears into a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, we see Heyman talking to Sikoa. He says Cody, Randy, and Kevin have all been moved from MSG by the NYPD. Yeah, so what the hell are they doing tonight? And please tell me, where's Jacob Fatu? Sikoa says he hears Heyman is his wise man. He said Heyman told him Jacob Fatu was too dangerous, so he's not here. He says Heyman is his wise man, and he's gonna make that official tonight. He walks off as Heyman looks confused back inside the arena. Graves touts tonight being WWE's 32nd TV sellout, 47th event sellout in 2024 as Logan Paul heads to the ring. Alright. The WWE United States Champion wraps up a quick promo on his way to the ring in red, white, and blue ring gear where he introduced Indiana Pacers Tyrese Halliburton to get a cheap heel heat. The two head to the ring together where Halliburton and Bronson from the Knights have a cool face stare down. Paul sells inside the square circle with Knight and Escobar. The bell sounds and this man's Money in the Bank qualifying gets officially running. Escobar and Paul again early 2-on-1 jump on Knight. After some back and forth action, we head to a mid-match break. When we return, things continue until they culminate with the two NBA dudes getting involved. Paul calls for Halliburton from the Pacers to get the brass knuckles and bring them to him. He begins to do so, but before he can pass them off, Bronson from the Knicks stops him. Knight rolls Paul for the win to qualify Halliburton, and Paul try and attack Knight afterwards, but Bronson comes into the ring with a chair to run them off. So winner and qualifying for Men's Money in the Bank, LA Knight. Alright, Shibuya Sikoa Anoa Noi. Sorry. Backstage, Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews talk about how wild that match was. They share a laugh, but Santos Escobar, Hawaii. As zero chance. Now Camilla Hayes comes in and says it's Mello in the garden. Not Camelo, I think. The Camelo that actually won the championship, as Hayes points out. Cruz tells Hayes he's leaving way over his head. Hayes boasts beating Orton and walks off after this as Sikoa Hawaii tribute video airs to honor the late legend who passed away this week. After the video wraps up, we head to a commercial break. That's why Roman Reigns didn't show up next, for next week's show, for that one after WrestleMania, because his dad was sick. That's why he didn't show up. So rest in peace. So anyways, Next match is Women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Indy Hartwell versus Blair Davenport versus Naomi. We return to Andrade vignette, then back inside the arena. Grace sets the stage for our next match. Blair Davenport's theme hits, and out she comes for the second Women's Money in the Bank and the qualifying match for tonight's ESPN's Ryan Clark is shown in the front row. Inside MSG for tonight's show, his first live WWE event. Elias Guerrero and Naomi merges in her neon gear as several fireflies appear in the wide camera shot of the crowd. As she makes her energetic entrance to the ring, the bell sound for sure on this one. After some basic back and forth early action, we shift gears ahead to a mid-match commercial break. We return. We see Naomi and Davenport turns in the offensive lead, with each coming close to a pin multiple times. In the end, Jake Hager runs out for a payback. Sammy Harlow face first into the ring post. He feeds her into the ring to Naomi, who finishes her off for the win. After the match, we see Cargo clapping for Naomi, who celebrates in the ring. After that, we head to another commercial break. Alright, so winner qualifying for Women's Money in the Bank, Naomi. Alright, we have a main event segment coming up, the Bloodline Acknowledgement Ceremony. But before that, next week's blah blah blah. This is after the 4th of July. Yeah. Alright, back inside. They're doing the matches names, that's why I don't want to say it. So, anyways, whatever. Anyways, back inside MSG, the familiar sounds of the Bloodline theme hits, and out comes Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, and the wise man Paul Heyman. Heyman goes to introduce the ceremony, but Sikoa puts his hand over the mic to stop him. He introduces the enforcer of the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu. Fatu's special theme music hits, and now he comes to join the gang in the ring for the Bloodline Acknowledgement Ceremony, even though Sikoa assured Heyman that Fatu was not in the garden tonight. As he sells inside the square circle, we shift gears and head to mid-segment commercial break. We return one by one. We see Sikoa demand the rest of the Bloodline members acknowledge him as their new tribal chief. Tonga does, Loa does, Fatu does. He tells Heyman this is his one and final chance to do the same. Before he speaks, Jacob Fatu pulls out a sack. He pulls out the feather boa Roman Reigns usually wears. Sikoa hands it to him and makes him put it on him. Heyman fights tears. Solo, I acknowledge that you are not my tribal chief. He throws a feather boa at him as the crowd goes wild. Sikoa hits Heyman with a Samoan spike. Sikoa yells at Heyman as Jacob Fatu heads to the top rope and hits Heyman with the flying headbutt. Alright, they triple powerbomb him and through the commentary desk at ringside. Tons of officials run to the scene to check on Heyman, who landed awkwardly on his neck. On the way down, Jacob Fatu puts a feather boa lay over Sikoa's neck. The new Bloodline raise the wands to the sky side by side at ringside as the crowd boos. The camera pans down and shows Heyman still out of it. The fans chant "Fuck you, Solo," which mutes the broadcast and kills Gray's power wrap up as he began speaking. Okay, the only thing I didn't like, I mean, they muted the fans, but the only thing I didn't like on show was when the TV went black, which means I saw some fans flipping off Logan Paul and the new Bloodline and stuff. So I'm serious, fans. Like, can you stop flipping off and stop making the screen TV go black while I'm watching it from Fox? Because Fox, I'm happy they're going to USA Network and stuff, but for right now, guys, stop flipping the wrestlers off. I'm trying to watch my show and the keys are going black. So can you guys stop it? I'm trying to watch it. All right, I'm not mad. I'm just, it gets annoying and stuff, and yeah, I'm just tired of it. So, anyways, that was a good show tonight and stuff, and that was it. And hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe, hit that bell button, leave a comment, or whatever you guys want to do. I don't care. Anyways, that was it, and see you guys for the next video. Laters.